Greetings viewers and welcome to my channel. For your convenience, links to the previous sessions appear in the description of this video. Now let's start with the new session.
So today, what we're going to talk about is the human condition. Now, the human race today is more aware and informed than ever before. And what they see is making them very, very unhappy. What is particularly making them unhappy is recognizing that the people that they believed in and the systems that they subscribed to were all untrustworthy. And they were in fact influenced by racism, prejudice, and materialism. The human condition today is being exposed as being self-serving and cruel. The acceptance of extreme cruelty is staggering and unbelievable. What we see that from Sudan to Bangladesh, from Gaza to Ukraine, from Kenya to Myanmar, people are being killed, massacred, or disappeared. And there is no one to intervene or to stop the killing or the starvation. So this leads me to examine the human condition in greater depth and with a sense of urgency. What do I mean by the human condition? What is a human being? A human being is made up of 5 parts. Number 1 is the human body, the physical body, which is our first point of contact with the world through the 5 senses. And it is also a vessel for procreation to bring forward the next generation. Number 2 is the mind. This is where we have all the reasoning and the cognitive skills and the motor controls. Number 3 is the psyche. This is where we have our sense of identity, the ego, self-esteem, even trauma. Number 4, the emotions. This is what guides us in our relationships with other human beings and our dependence on those relationships, our hopes, love, fear, and emotional intelligence. Number 5 is the spiritual being. This is what determines our relationship with our Creator. This is where, if we are spiritual, then this is where humility resides gratitude, the seeking of forgiveness. So we need to recognize all five parts and develop a balance between them. So in terms of importance, what is more important? In terms of importance, it is the reverse of what I have just outlined. Meaning that we are spiritual beings trapped in a human body. Right? And our challenge is to maintain the right balance. I don't mean to underestimate the importance of the body, but we tend to overestimate it. So what I want to examine today, apart from, this is a lot to understand, this is a lot to absorb, right? How do we go wrong? What is one? I'm going to examine one of the threats to the human condition. And this is the threat which throws into imbalance everything. And this threat is addiction. Right? So, what is addiction? In the general sense, addiction is related to, when we talk about addiction, substance abuse, cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, right? Then we also have addiction related to activity, such as gambling, pornography. I'm not talking about any of these. I am now identifying addiction as being tied to a belief, such as religion or power. So my focus today is the addiction to power. So as in the case of religion, such addiction may start with good intentions. The belief that the end justifies the means. Is the first step to justifying that you can lie, cheat, develop partnership with unsavory people, temporarily compromise your principles in order to get into a position with which you can do good. This is flawed and dangerous thinking. Once you have compromised on your principles, there is no turning back. Your hands have been soiled. Your heart has been blackened by allowing evil into it. Most, if not all, addiction to power start with good intentions. The belief that you are a good person whose mission in life is to do good if only you had power. This is the starting point. This is a dangerous belief because it puts power as the real lever to do good. This is what I mean by flawed thinking. Doing good is the privilege of each human being. Power does not beget goodness. It is goodness that begets power.
Any power which leads to goodness or which brings goodness, I would say that sort of power is fine.
No.
Oh,
You see, what happens is that power corrupts you. And they say that absolute power corrupts absolutely. So what we are witnessing today is the powerful being addicted to power. And they may have started with good intentions, democracy. You're standing for elections. I want to do this, I want to do that, you make all sorts of promises, right? But you are in fact not that powerful. There are people behind you who are pulling your strings. So what happens is that they're unable to both give up their power, because this is why I'm saying it is an addiction, or to do any good with it. This is answering your question. They have gone in the wrong direction. And they are also so powerful that they cannot be removed from power. So the people who are in power today are not bad people. This is not how they started. They had good intentions. But now they have compromised. And the compromise and the lying and the cheating in order to hold on to power never stops. And what we are also witnessing is that some of the powerless have become slaves and enablers of the powerful through outright bribery and intimidation or intimidation. The dynamics between the powerful and the powerless is not new. This has been a part of human history. What is new is our greater awareness. And we also know that the powerful do not last. The last power to fall was the Soviet Union, and before that, the British Empire. And we also know, by definition, that empires are not benevolent. So now what do we do with this information? History is likely to repeat itself. And all we can do is to teach the next generation about morality and ethics. We have to teach our youth about the human condition, what I have outlined, to maintain the balance between these 5 elements. We have to teach them how to be a complete human being and how to avoid descending into becoming a cruel, selfish, wretched, half human, half animal being. We have to teach our youth how to bring meaning into their lives.
Have we not drenched too much into into like imposition of power by the powerful, and we have people have gone so much down. It would be a very uphill task to start coming up. And as you said, we can start with the next generation. Yeah, but I think it is going to take a lot of time. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, our generation or my generation is finished. I am now in the role of a teacher. That's all I can do. The future belongs to the youth. And what we have to do is to save our youth. And where is our youth going? They are going towards what is shiny and attractive. And what is shiny and attractive is the powerful. And what Arundhati Roy is saying, stop buying what they are selling. You have to have a belief in goodness. If you buy what they are selling is materialism. Materialism is very attractive. What they are selling is pleasure, self-indulgence, selfishness. And it comes in very attractive packages. So, how long will it take? Depends on whether you chart your own path. So, you posed a very important question. Do we have the patience? My answer is we don't have a choice. You either become subservient and slaves to the powerful, or you become a good, moral human being. So that is my message for today. And you are welcome to ask any more questions, because it sounds good in words, but how are we going to practice it? I am willing to teach, and there are other people who are willing to teach. And I have seen the world. And this is the conclusion that I have come to. Do not go in the wrong direction. And in all my lectures, I have been saying, not only are we going in the wrong direction, but we are going at the speed of lightning. Save yourself. Eventually, humanity will be saved. And who is going to save themselves? The youth. And who is in the majority? The youth. The powerful are in the minority. It is a minority which we are allowing to dominate us.
I'm very optimistic about the youth. They are definitely different than what we were in our youth. They are more open-minded and they think a lot. So I'm very optimistic with the youth.
The majority of people in countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and other places are the youth. They are in their people in their 30s. And in the West, the majority of people are old. Japan is full of them. Even China. Even China, because they said, let us limit our. So this is we don't realize it.
Yeah, this is such a advantageous situation.
Exactly. We have the advantage. Now, when I say we, I don't mean me. I'm old. I'm talking about the youth.
Youth of this
My
particular.
grandchildren,
Yeah.
your grandchildren. I'm not even talking about my children who are in their 50s now. Yeah. I'm talking about my grandchildren. And this is the message I want to leave behind for my grandchildren. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Khusro Sahab, for sharing your valuable thoughts with us. So, viewers, we come to the end of this session of the series. I hope you liked it. If so, please like and share this video as much as possible. Please also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you keep updated with the future uploads. I will encourage and appreciate your questions and comments on this video. Please write them in the comments box. You may also send your comments and questions by email. The email address is askkelly@alimakhtar.com. All this information is also mentioned in the description of this video. Till next time, have a wonderful and thoughtful time. Thank you.